It's 95.5 KLOS and 955KLOS.com. Stu in Studio M, and my guest today is really one of the true outlaw stories of rock and roll. Her role in breaking down the hard rock and punk rock gender barrier really can't be overstated. The lovely, the talented, the queen of metal, and my personal favorite runaway, Lita Ford. Welcome to KLOS, Lita.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, you can't really have a conversation with you without talking about the Runaways at some point.
Being a female and trying to be a rock star, it's difficult. I mean, you run up against a lot of obstacles, you know, and you have to fight for what you believe in. And it was my dream to be a female rock and roll star at a very young age, and I didn't see that it was a problem. I didn't get it. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize, you know, the Runaways maybe were before their time, or that Lita Ford was maybe before her time.
Did it occur to you that you were trying to do something that really, aside from, like, you know, there's a band called Goldie and the Gingerbreads, you know, from the 60s, but there was no precedent for the Runaways. And did it occur to you at that time, like, we are in uncharted territory?
No, it didn't occur to me. You know, people would say, Lita, you can't do that. Do what? Why?
I'm doing it.
But I'm doing it. I know exactly. But they still didn't get it. It was like people would watch you play in a guitar solo, and they still would say, who played the solo? You just watched me play it. What do you mean? Who? You know?
Are you finger syncing it?
Yeah. It's unbelievable. It really didn't sink in.
Tell me a little bit about your relationship with music and how it started. I mean, did you come from a musical family, and
no?
How did music find you?
I walked into the Black Sabbath concert at the Long Beach Arena when I was 13.
Mm-hmm.
I'd already been playing guitar for 2 years. I wanted a guitar for my birthday. I don't know why. I just wanted one. And I had been playing for 2 years. I'd learned all the Black Sabbath licks and Jimi Hendrix licks and Led Zeppelin. And then my cousin took me to my first concert, which was Black Sabbath at the Long Beach Arena.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in and I saw Black Sabbath on stage, and I could smell the smell of things being smoked and the whole vibe of, you know, the arena and the audience and just cheering them on, and people were leaping off the rafters. It was nuts.
Oh, man.
And I looked at the band and I thought, that's what I want to do with my life. That's it right there. I found it. And what's funny is later I became engaged to Tony Iommi.
Yep.
And I had a top 10 hit single with Ozzy. So it was kind of wild.
So when you met the other Runaways in that first jam, what was that like, and what were your impressions of what was happening at that moment, and Joan?
Actually, I got along really well with Sandy, the drummer.
Mm-hmm.
She was a big Deep Purple fan, and I was a big Deep Purple fan.
Right.
And I walked in and I picked up the guitar and I played Highway Star. And, you know, the solo to Highway Star.
Sure.
I played the solo, and she's like, you know that solo? That's like my favorite solo. I can't believe you can play that solo. And I'm 17 years old.
It's not easy to play.
It's not. And Blackmore was one of my favorite guitar players at the time. And it was my idol. So I really followed him and paid attention to a lot of licks and Blackmore licks, and Sandy paid attention to a lot of
Ian
Pace's licks, and so we really gelled. We clicked musically instantly, me and Sandy,
right?
And it was magic. I miss her. You got to remember, we were 16, and at that time, I didn't really know which direction I was going to go to. Which direction I was going to go in, and Joan probably didn't know which direction she was going to go in until you start getting into the musical side of things and you start playing, and then all of a sudden you realize who you are and what you want to be, and you've developed your own style, and her style is different than mine, and ours didn't gel. which is fine, because I mean Joan's great and what she does is great,
Sure.
and but it's not the same as what I do. So we just found ourselves in the Runaways. It allowed us to find ourselves as front people,
Well,
front women.
Well, it's an incredible story, and I'm looking forward to hearing your angle of it, at some point in the future. You're working on a record. I understand the working title is Healing. Is that still?
The Healing. It's a working title. Yeah. It's a working title.
And,
The Healing. Yeah.
Is there? I know you were hoping to maybe have it out sometime around now. That's been pushed
Well,
back? Well,
what I did was I had some songs that were finished, and I started coming across better stuff, and so the songs I had ready to go are sort of getting pushed back, and they came from a place that I don't know, it's very dark, very, very dark, and I don't know that I want to go there. Life is hands you so much crap sometimes, not just losing your job or losing a boyfriend, or it's not a record about loss. I want it to be an upbeat record that people can relate to. When God hands you lemons, you make lemonade. That kind of thing.
Sure.
But so far, I've co-written some songs with Gary Hoey.
Oh, awesome.
And
we love Gary.
And they're turning out really perfect. So it's going to follow along the same lines, and I think a lot of people will be able to relate to it. So
it'll be a true Lita Ford record.
Absolutely.
Won't it?
Well, Wicked Wonderland was written pretty much by Jim and his friend Greg Hampton, and it kind of wasn't really a Lita record, although it had my name on it.
Sure.
And I threw some guitar licks and some vocal parts on there.
It doesn't sound like you're songwriting.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
It was pretty much Greg and Greg and Jim. And so now it's time for a real Lita record.
Well, awesome. Well, and we're going to hear it.
And that's what I mean.
And we're going to see a real Lita show. You're playing day after tomorrow, Friday night at the Canyon Club, which is an awesome room. I don't know if you've been there yet, but it's a really cool
I've probably
venue.
been there and just don't remember.
That's possible. And then Saturday night at the Galaxy in Santa Ana.
Yes.
House of Blues in San Diego.
Yes.
Following that.
Sunday.
Points unknown.
Is this Sunday? House of Blues? San Diego? Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I sure hope
Please
that,
come down and see me. Please come down and see me,
Yes.
because I don't know when we'll be back in this area, and I got a kick-ass band. And
who's in that band? I know PJ Farley is in it.
PJ Farley, Dennis Zimmerman, who's a drummer that PJ found, and I love him. We call him Floby. He's got this hairdo that sticks straight up. He rocks on the drums. He's wonderful. Gary Hoey is going to do the House of Blues show, but he had some prior engagements, so we have Mitch Perry filling in for him.
Get on.
So,
for the LA shows?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're going to be a blast.
Mitch is sick. He's such an incredible player.
Yeah.
Great. Well, hey, thanks for coming down. It means a lot to us.
Thanks for having
me. I know
me.
you made a real effort to get here.
Yeah,
it's about
I did.
time. This is your first visit to KLOS, I think, right?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Probably not. Probably not.
First in a while.
I don't know. Maybe in the Runaways we came in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a while, so.
There you go.
That I know.
Lita Ford in SoCal once again. It's 95.5 KLOS, 955KLOS.com.
See ya.